Yeah, it updated.
Well, Rob, we're at
Yeah,
Limaland.
we are.
We're here tonight. We're doing 360s first, and then we're doing 358 modifieds. I'm excited for
Oh,
tonight.
absolutely. After the last week at Charlotte with the 358s, I was looking forward to Mondays again. These dirt tracks, they're fast and there's a lot of action, and I think we're gonna see some really good racing this week.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll see some great racing. We I'm just excited to be here. I'm at a loss because I've never been to Limaland before. This is one track I've been kind of jealous I've not been able to race. Um, so I kind of wish I was out there with them, but at the same time, it's up here in the booth, not getting hit with dirt. It's also fun. So
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, we're not in shirt and tie this week. We learned our lesson from last week.
yep,
And it's fun. I raced Limaland a few weeks back in the late model series, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the track's really fast, and just looking at some of these lap times, we're looking at 11.16 seconds to get around the track is our fastest time right now.
that is wild. That's a fast lap, and these guys are going to be pushing that line up to the wall tonight. If you're running down low, you're not really doing too well at this track.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, your top line's going to be your fast line because that's where all the hard pack is, right? Once that cushion's pushed up, the tires get the grip and they just take off.
Yep.
And you can see by some of these speeds here, we had Jay Weaver hit 107 miles an hour.
107 on this short track.
107, and actually Brian Mansfield has also hit 107. Actually, sorry, my mistake. Jared Reed hit 108, and Jay Weaver hit 108 as well. So, I mean, these speeds are crazy.
Yeah, definitely. We are since we're at Limaland, we're doing night races. That's usually what we do with dirt. We're at night, so very rarely we do it during the day. And yeah, there's going to be some good weather tonight. Weather so far is looking really good. We're looking at a cool, crisp 70 degrees, and the track is just over a quarter of a mile long. As Rob was talking about earlier, we have some things to look out for. We do have some high banks. We're going to have a lot of that cushion's going to get pushed up, so our driving line is going to keep moving up as we go through the night. And fast laps. I mean, almost 10-second lap times in over a quarter of a mile track. And these cars, unreal.
Oh, absolutely. And these cars, they like to get sideways, as you can see, and it's impressive what these drivers can do. Absolutely.
Yep. And we are looking at some good races right now on track. we're going to go ahead and show some of the times that we have so far. And there's the times that Rob was talking about, some of the fastest times. Todd Dawman in the number 34 car, he is, I believe he's going to be the fastest out there right now. And he is a lot of guys and a lot of people's favorites to win tonight. So,
Oh, absolutely. You know, he came close in the modifieds last week. You know, he had that little slide job, and he just wasn't able to get the grip to get the speed put down so that he could come out of turn 4 and get across the line.
Yep.
And yeah, it'll. I'm sure he's going to be fighting hard tonight to get to that top spot.
He's definitely wanting to get back on the lap time. Or the win sheet, because how many did he have in a row before Charlotte?
I believe he had 7.
Wow, 7 in a row at Charlotte. That's wild. So, it's crazy. So let's take a time to talk about some of our sponsors here, since we got a little bit of time before we go out of practice and into the heat races. Our primary sponsor for tonight is JP Studios. JP Studios is a tattoo shop, tattoo studio in the north side of Atlanta. They put on some amazing work. JP himself and all the crew that he has there, he does fantastic with his drawings. He specializes in black and white. So if you're looking for any tattoos, go talk to him. He's got a lot of good clientele and a lot of good work to show. Website is JP. I think it's JP Alfonzo Studios.
Yep.
Is the website. You can Google that and find that. The secondary sponsor is going to be Admin Box. That's going to be our league sponsor tonight for Happy Hour Racing. Admin Box is basically what it is. It's a box for it's a button box that's for race control, to control the race and not have to set up hotkeys on the keyboard. And with that, we'll take a word. We'll have a word from our sponsors with that. We are back from that very short sponsor clip. I just wanted to show that. You'll be seeing it tonight one more time, a few more times depending, and we'll be talking more about our sponsors as the night goes on. So, all right, cool deal. Well, we are less than 10 minutes away from going into our first heat races. Who do you have for your heats, Rob? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Rob, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, good deal. So tonight we are less than 10 minutes away from going into our heat session. So, Rob, who do you got for your heats?
The heats, it's going to be hard. I mean, Mansfield had the win last week. So, I don't know. As much as I love the way Dawman races, I think I might have to go with Mansfield this week.
All right, cool deal. Well, you know Mansfield's running 7th right now in time, and he's running at a 12. Mansfield's running at a 12.2 for the time, so he's one of the slower ones on the track, and Dawman's the fast one. So that could change some things.
But last week Dawman was the fastest as well, and that didn't work out for him either. So, but I mean, the way Mansfield races, he just sits there and waits, and when somebody makes a mistake, he capitalizes on that.
Yep. I think I'm going to be going for it's a good thing, but I think I'm going to go for Kenner. DJ Kenner in the number 32 car. He is he's been fast. He's running average in practice right now, but I've raced with him in dirt before, and he's one of them guys that'll sit there and let everybody else beat up on one another, and he'll just come out of nowhere at the last second. So my thoughts are going to be on Kenner.
Alrighty. Well, we'll just see who wins at the end of this.
Yep, definitely. Well, with that, guys, we're going to take the last 5 minutes to watch these guys go around track, and we'll be back with you at the start of the first heat. All right, Rob, you ready to go racing here for the heats?
Absolutely.
Yep, I am too. We'll be on track here momentarily, and then we will be going green, I believe, after 2 laps of running. So I'm excited for this. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. You're going to see these guys real close, but not too close because, as we saw last week, these cars, they don't like getting side by side.
No, they don't. Let's go through our starting lineup for the first heat of the night. And first, go ahead.
Jared Reed in the 31 car. We got Logan Hoskins in the 48. We got Nicholas Erland in the 40.
We have in 4th place Dwayne Kenner, or as I know him as DJ Kenner, and in 5th your guy Rob Todd Dawman.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he was fast during practice. He held the fastest lap. So let's see where these heats bring us, and you look for these guys to push real hard so that they can get their spot in the main.
Yeah, and it's a pill draw for the heats. So what that means is these guys basically stood in the middle of the right track and drew straws on who's going to actually pick up the first spot, second spot, third spot in these races, and whoever can make it to the front. That's how the main races, the A main, is going to be set up based off these races alone. We are 1 to go to green this time by the pace truck. The pace truck will dip into pit road, and as we come off turn 4, we will be going green. Rob, I think you're going to have this call on this one.
Alrighty, here we go.
Green,
pace truck's up, and we're green. We had Logan he took a short lead there, but you know, as you can see, Hoskins is sitting up on that high line, and we said that high line is going to be fast all night. So you can see these guys try to move to the top of the track, and they'll try and sit there as much as they can.
Yeah, and right now, as you can see, there's a lot of fight for that front position from Hoskins, but he is not he's not letting them have it too much.
No, he's not. He's like, no, my spot is on the pole. This is my spot. Nobody's going to take it from me. And, you know, it seems he's just going to take it away. I mean, the laps were 11:38, so, I mean, he's on pace with Dawman in practice, so.
Yeah, he may be a one to watch here at Limaland. These guys are getting around this track very fast, very quick. A little over 1/4 of a mile, and they're doing it in under 12 seconds. That's fast, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're reaching speeds of, you know, 104 miles an hour with their top speed by Jared Reed in the 31 car. And
we have a white flag in the air, Rob. And I believe Hoskins is going to walk away with this one in the heat number 1.
Absolutely, it does. And you saw there, Dawman was going to try and do a little slide job there on Reed, but Reed's like, nope, second place is my spot.
Yeah. Good job by Dawman, or by Reed there, by holding him off there. And we have 4 cars that's going to be in heat number 2. Starting in first, once we're able to show the grid, we'll show it. Starting in first is Jay Weaver. He's driving the number 32 car. It's a good-looking car once he gets on track there. Oh, is he not starting?
No, I believe...
Okay, yeah, he is starting.
Yeah.
So Jay Weaver's should be starting in first. Number 2 is going to be Norman Chan, and number 3 is going to be Brian Mansfield. And we'll be 1 to go this time by.
There's Mansfield in the autism awareness car.
Yep, and my mistake last time we broadcasted, I believe April was Autism Awareness Month. So
it was, yes.
All right, when we come off of turn 4, we will be green, and we'll be racing. So I'll take care of this one, Rob, if you will.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right, green flag is in the air, and we are green. And they are just already on the corners. 1, 2, 3, in line, going into turn number 3. Number 35 of Norman Chan, or I'm sorry, Jay Weaver. He's holding off the pack pretty good there.
Oh, Oh, he is, but you can see Mansfield. He's trying to push, but it looks like his car's not getting the grip he wants it. So, Norm's just picking that high line, which we said was going to be fast all night, and he's slowly pulling away from Mansfield here.
Yep. And 966 of Alfonzo, he did not grid in the heat race. Maybe he'll make it to the main.
He might make it in the main, but he'll be starting at the back of the pack if he does. So.
And Mansfield has taken that position back for second. And he holds it. And he's getting a dominating lead over Chan coming out of turn 2.
Absolutely. And he's slowly reeling Weaver in, so it'll be tough to see if he's able to catch him and pick up that first position.
Yeah, maybe he'll make it, but I don't know, man. It looks like Weaver's got almost a corner on him, so I don't think he's going to make it this time around, but that always leaves the main to do it. As of right now, 1, 2, 3 is Weaver, Mansfield, and Chan in this second heat of the night. It looks like Chan's getting a little wide there.
Yeah,
and
a little bit.
And Weaver is going to walk away with this one. So he should be starting in second. Good job by Weaver. And good job by, who was the last one? I believe it was Dawman, correct?
No, the last one was Hoskins.
Hodgkins, that's right. Trying to get the results to pop up here. But they're just not wanting to do that. So what these guys are doing right now, guys, they're warming the track up, getting their cars warmed up, and getting that track packed down a little bit so we can have a good racing surface. We should have about 5 minutes of this. So, after seeing the heat races, though, who do you have?
After seeing it, I might have to switch. I might have to go with Hoskins. He threw down really fast laps, and he just looks like a real contender on this track here tonight.
Yeah, and Dawman was doing well, but I don't think he is. I don't know if he's going to be the one that wins this one tonight. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Although Dawman has that. He has that ability to come from the back of the pack, out of nowhere, and then boom, he's right there in the corner, right beside you, and he's taking your position.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see for sure. But I mean, only time will tell. So.
Yep, and it looks like they're doing some traditional happy hour racing stuff, like going backwards.
Yeah. Now, for all y'all that don't know, the happy hour tradition is at the end of the race. Let's just wreck into everybody. So normally it's the leader that you go after, but last week they were, flipping all over the track and spinning around sideways, doing donuts like Homer did, and all that they were missing was the woo 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 woo.
So the weather for this track has stayed about the same from when we first started. Track temperature has stayed about the same at 71 degrees. We do not have a wind this time. Or we do have a wind. It's out of the north at 2 miles an hour. And the dew point's at about 56%. So.
Yeah, so this track will stay a little tacky, so these guys will be able to put down speeds. And, I mean, just by seeing it, they're in excess of 108, 110. So, I mean, these guys can get really, really fast on this track when it's tacky like this.
Yes, and, maybe we'll see some good side-by-side action. We didn't have any cautions in the heat races, so I do see a checker flag waving, and I believe we're getting ready for the mains. The cars are getting. Oh, did my timing screen mess up?
And so for this, we got Jared Reed in the 31 car in first, Jay Weaver in the 352 second, Ty Dawman third in the 34 car, Brian Mansfield fourth in the 11 car, Nicholas Erland in fifth in the 40 car, Norman Chan sixth in the 9 car, DJ Kinner in seventh, JP Alfonzo in eighth, and ninth we got Logan Hoskins.
Fantastic stuff. I'm trying to get timing to work here. I apologize. I'm second time dealing with this program.
Green.
We are green. Rob, take it from here for just a second.
Alrighty, so we got Dawman diving to the inside to try and pick up a position here, but Reed's like, nope, I'm staying here. Weaver's right there with him. And it looks like Dawman has picked up the second position here. And he's staying on that low line, which is interesting because the top line's normally faster here, but I don't know. It seems like Dawman's normally, he's pretty happy on that low line for a little bit, so.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about that. He usually likes that high line. There we go. We are back. As you can see, Reed is in first, Dawman in second, Weaver in third, and Mansfield in fourth, rounding out number 5 on the laps. We got some good side-by-side action in the back of the field there.
Oh, absolutely.
JP Alfonso's on the track right now in the 966 car. He's working his way up, but he is fighting right there with Norman Chan. We got side-by-side action all through the field there, guys. Good races all over around. We got 24 to go here at Limaland. Oh, we do have a wreck. We do have a wreck on the backstretch. We are still green. We are still green. We're going to go back and take a look at that. And it looks like Alfonso just hits the wall coming out of the turn here. Just catches it just slightly. Should be right here. He catches it on that. Yep, he just gets up high there and just hits the wall inside.
Yep. That's unfortunate for Alfonso.
Yep.
See, that's the thing with these cars. The smallest little tap will get you spun. It'll flip you. And, you know, it may not destroy your night, but it'll put a damper on things, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you don't have anywhere to go, so once that happens.
We did stay green, which is surprising.
And we do have a yellow flag. We got some people locked up there. Everybody slow down. Slow down. Somebody on their side there. Slow down.
Looks like Mansfield's on the side there.
It looks like Ty Dawman got in that as well. Was in that. Let's take a look from the Mansfield point of view. Yep, and it looks like the 34 Ty Dawman just got loose there.
Yeah, he was just trying to rejoin the track, and Mansfield had nowhere to go there.
Nope. And Ty Dawman's that car right there entering turn 3, high line. He's right in front of us right now. Yep.
Oh.
And we are 2 to go to green here.
Yeah, that's a rough break for both of them there.
Yes,
Dawman
it
was
is.
sitting second, Mansfield was sitting fourth. And but that's the thing with these sprints. They're you know, one little mistake and things go sideways. So
Hang on just a second, guys. We're having some issues here.
Green flag.
We are back green. sometimes when technology wants to work, it can't. And it doesn't want to work for me today.
Yeah, that's the thing about technology. I mean, as an IT tech, I know I work with it every day. So
Yeah. But we are back green here at Limaland. Side-by-side action going for second right now. And they are flying coming into turn 3. They're 3 and 4 wide and are in turn 3 there.
yeah, and Hoskins has made it from the back. He's now sitting in first. He's in eighth position.
We have somebody wall riding.
We got another one on its side here.
Yep, we're going to go back and take a look at that here in just a second. Look to be JP Alfonzo. Now, JP Alfonso is going to be the 966 car right here in front of your screen, guys. Looks like he has a good corner. Has a good corner right there. Goes out to number 31. Just taps him, and he wall rides it all the way down, almost into turn 4. Trying to keep it straight and can't. Tries to keep it straight and can't. So, we'll watch that one more time. From the roll bar view. Let's see what he sees.
Andrew, it seems like you may have a little bit of camera issues there if you want to take a look at that.
Why is that like that? Everything's just messing up for me today. So we'll watch that one more time from his point of view. And he does well coming through this turn here, and he just gets tapped and wall rides it here.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a ride. So
That is. Hopefully he's all right, and the medics check him out, and we're good to go here. So.
Yep. We are side-by-side action back at Limaland, and we are 3 wide headed again. And first, looks like it's setting Hodgkin still.
Yeah, absolutely. We got somebody else upside down here.
Yep. And yellow flag is out for the 3rd time. Looks like that's Todd Dawman that's over.
He's trying to drive it upside down the track.
Yep. Todd Dawman in the number 34 car there. Just keep your eye on that. He does well, and he just grabs that wall. And once that wall grabs you here, guys, you're going for a ride, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, with these open wheels, I mean, as soon as your car touches something, you're going. So, I mean,
Yep.
that's the only thing about these open wheel cars. You can put down a lot of speed, but one little mistake and you're upside down. So.
Yep. Ty Dawman should come back on the track from that, though. I don't think he'll park it for the night.
I don't believe so. He's not the kind of person to do that. So we should see him back out on the track here momentarily.
Yep.
But Hoskins is a big mover. He came from 9th position.
Yes.
And he's now sitting.
Green.
We are green. And we've got 10 laps to go here at Limaland, guys.
And Hoskins just gets a really good restart here. And, he's starting to pull away from the pack a little bit here. You see Reed trying to run that high line, but for some reason that high line is not as fast tonight as it has been other nights. So.
No, it's not as fast. It looks like that midline is going to be the fastest here tonight. That midline is definitely going to be the fastest. And Hodgkin is definitely taking advantage of that. But Reed is right on his tail. Reed is right there. We have 6 to go here at Limaland. It looks like we're filing out here. We're not side by side much to the pack anymore. There's Alfonso. It's glad to see him back on the track.
Oh, he almost lost it there, but he was able to hold on to it.
Yep.
But from what
Oh,
I
and Dawman
understand,
is around again into number 9 of Chan, and there is a caution.
what I understand, Alfonso's a road racer, is he not?
Yes, he is. He usually does road, and somebody let him take control of the sprint cars tonight. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen with this. See where he's going to finish out. So
Oh, absolutely.
he's still on the lead lap, though. Let's take a look at that crash. Now, there's number 9 of Chan. And if you watch the number 34 car right there in the beginning, he just gets a little loose right there on the bottom, gets bumped around. He hits that tire, it looks like, and he just gets into Chan there.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of contact from Mansfield, and it kind of pushed him down the track a little bit. And, he just got too low and hit that tire, and, unfortunately collected Chan in that as well.
Yep. That is unfortunate. And Rob, I think you're going to take care of this green-white checkered, are you not?
I'm going to.
Good deal. Excited to see how this thing's going to turn out.
Here we go. Pace truck's off here. And we're going to go single file because of the multiple cautions. And Hoskins doesn't look like he got the restart that he wanted here. His Reed's just right on him here, so. And we're going to come around lap turn 3, sorry, into turn 4 with the white flag out.
White flag is out, and there is going to be some sort of a battle there if Hodgkins. Oh, there's going to be it's going to be close.
It's going to be close, but that middle line seems to be faster, and I'm not quite sure if Reed's going to be able to catch him here. So.
Nope, and he doesn't. That's a great race overall for the 360 sprints. Very fast race tonight.
It was. It was a great race. We saw quite a bit of battling, and not as much as we did last week though.
Nope, not as much as we did last week, but we did see some fantastic racing overall this evening.
Absolutely.
And the unofficial results are this, guys. We have Logan Hodgkins finishing first, Jared Reed finishing in second, Nicholas Ireland finishing in third, Dwayne Kenner finishing in fourth.
We had Jay Weaver finishing 5th, Brian Mansfield in 6th, Norman Chan 7th, JP Alfonzo 8th, and Todd Dawman finishes last.
Todd Dawman, he was a favorite tonight, was he not?
No. I believe we had Mansfield and Kenner.
That's right, Mansfield and Kenner. So he was somebody's favorite. He just had some tough luck here tonight. So.
Yeah, absolutely. He got a little bump every once in a while, and he just wasn't able to hold on to the car as well as he has in previous nights. So.
That's right. Now, guys, this first race we have 2 tonight. The second one's going to start at 8 p.m. Or if you're on Central Time Zone, it's going to be 9 p.m. if you're Eastern, 8 p.m. if you're Central. I always hate the time zones. I wish they'd get rid of them.
Oh, absolutely.
But that leaves us about 30-minute break. These guys are going to go back to their haulers, get their 358 modifieds off the truck, get them filled up, and get them ready to roll. And we'll see you at 8 o'clock. But before we do that, let's have a word from our sponsors one more time. Guys, that was an amazing finish to that race.
It was absolutely.
I have no words. So
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's not the way I thought it would go. That's for sure.
yeah. So I tell you what, technology is being my worst enemy today.
I mean, it always is. I mean, it's it's a heck of a thing, technology, but
Yep.
yeah. it's-
So
sometimes.
So let's go back, guys, and we'll take a look. Let's first talk about that ending. Hodgkins led it every lap of the race, followed by Reed. Reed was in second most of the time, and Reed just couldn't get there. Hodgkins was fast all night long. He actually set the fastest lap at 11 seconds 32. So that's fast. I can't run that fast here at this track. This track is a tough track, and Dawman seen the worst of it tonight.
Yeah, he did. And I mean, Dawman, if he was able to stay out of the walls, if he was able to, miss those tires, maybe he could have been a front contender because, I mean, he was putting down a lap time of 11:35 as his fastest. So, I mean, he was up there in lap times. So, it's just unfortunate, what happened to him. But we hope he's all right. And, maybe we'll see him in the 358s.
Yep, I hopefully we'll see him. I have some of the crashes queued up here, guys. So let's go back and take a look at some of those and see what could have been done different by these drivers. So the one I have right here is JP Alfonso's crash he had, and we're watching JP Alfonso right there in the 966, and it looks like he just stepped outside there, grabbed that wall, and it flips him. So
yeah, it looked like he may have overdrove that corner a little bit. Took the he didn't quite get the angle of approach properly, and it kind of cost him. So
yeah, and he was doing well most of the night, but like you said, when you grab the inside wall or the outside wall like that with these tires, it's sticky. It's so sticky. Them tires just grab onto this wall, and it takes you for a ride. So
yeah, you can see, the car got down there. He entered turn 3 well, but coming to turn 4, it just, it kind of just went straight. It didn't even turn. So,
yeah, and some things that he could do to improve that is throttle control. When he's starting to step out wide, let off the gas a little bit, and the brakes will usually help you stop that momentum going forward like that. But
Yeah,
Todd Dawman, he also had a rough night.
he did.
Collected in a few events tonight. The Ty Dawman, he's in the number 34 car right there on your screen. And this wreck is when he gets collected with the number 31 car, I believe. Yeah, he gets collected with a 31 and just goes around, tries to keep it going straight again, and then Mansfield just comes and hits him. Mansfield doesn't even slow down. He didn't think he was going to come down, though. In my opinion, Ty Dawman should have held his brakes there.
Yeah, he should have let out a little bit, and yeah, he should have let out a little bit just so he was able to keep that car down. Because he did slide up a little bit, although the 31 did kind of hit the wall there and come down. So it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit
Driver-
here and Monday night quarterback this. I wasn't the driver, and I don't know the decision he made, but I probably, me personally, I probably would have stepped on the brakes and held it in place because the yellow flag was flying at the time.
Yeah.
So,
And Mansfield comes through, and he's got no time to react. He's got nowhere to go.
yep.
And yeah,
And
he
it's
just
split
gets put on his
second.
side.
The moment that flag's in the air and the lights come on, you have to brake, and that was about the time that he hit there. So,
Yeah.
showing Jared Reed had an incident as well. Jared Reed is going to be in the number 31 car right there, that Bush car, and this is under caution. Oh, he gets into Mansfield's trying to get off his side there, trying not to pit there, or trying not to get to the pits and get towed. This is all under caution, so. And I'm not sure what the timing screen was doing. It's just showing everybody was wrecking. But JP Alfonso was involved in another wreck. This is the second wreck he was involved in. And this was under caution, so it's saying. We'll see. I didn't catch this when we were looking at other replays. If stuff happened under caution, we don't catch it. So. Nope, and there's nothing good, nothing doing there.
No. Looks like you got the wave around, but wasn't able to get back fully to the back of the pack before they went green. But
other than that, I don't see anything else.
Again, like you said, technology's not being our friend tonight.
No, it's not. It's showing everybody's wrecked, and I know that's not accurate. So I know that's not accurate.
No, not at all.
It's showing a caution there, and I'm not even sure what it's for. So anyway, the 358s will be here at the top of the hour, guys. We have about 25 minutes. So if you want to go down to the to the pits and talk to these drivers, you can. But we'll see what happens. In the 358s, we will be speaking with some of the drivers going into the race. So we'll see where that takes us. In the meantime, guys, we are going to go to a brief intermission of about 25 minutes. If you want to come up and chat with us, you can. If you are leaving stuff in the comments on Twitch, we are reading those, even though if we're not really commenting. I actually don't have them pulled up, so I can't see them. I'm laser focused into this race and trying to combat any technology issues that come up on my side. So with that, guys, we're going to intermission, and we'll be back at the top of the hour.
got
We are back here with the 358s at Limaland again. They put their sprints up. The 358s are on the field, and they are wearing it in already, guys. 358s powered by that big block 358. Very fast car, very fast track, as you've seen in the Sprint Cup race, or the Sprint model, the Sprint 360 Sprint wing car race. The entire event lasted 15 minutes. Am I right there, Rob?
Yeah, it was 15 minutes and 10 seconds, which is, for a 30-lap race, it's, doesn't seem like a lot of time, and it really wasn't. I mean, you blinked an eye, and, well, we were on the last lap, so.
Yeah, I was shocked by how fast it was. Like, I would get through with a caution, going through and talking about it, and we'd be green again almost 15 laps in. So, and these cars, they're going to be just as fast, but they may run a few different lines here. Now, we've seen in the 360 sprint race that these cars the sprint cars were fast running that mid line. So it'll be interesting to see what line they choose here. In practice, it seems to be that they're choosing that middle line, but that middle line with everybody wearing it in, it's going to get wore out and get very tacky very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're going to get the ruts in there when somebody catches an edge, and they make the rut, and then just over time that'll start to get deeper and deeper, and then the cars will come around, they'll hit that when they turn sideways, and then somebody will get turned around and even upside down, as we had somebody upside down on the track there, but it'll be interesting for sure. These cars aren't as fast on this track. We're probably sitting at 89 mile an hour is our top speed right now, so a lot slower by almost 25 mile an hour. So
yeah, and with that comes, as we seen last week at Charlotte with these cars love to stay in that throttle, but it's all about the throttle control. If you can handle the throttle control and you can figure out what's that sweet spot with the throttle when you're entering these turns, you'll have a very good race. But with the Sprint Cup or with the sprint cars as of the 358 modifieds, you're going to run into that issue of how much accelerator do I need in the turns. And Todd Dawman had a bad deal of that in the 360 sprints. So if he's here in this race, let's see if he has that figured out in this race. So.
Yeah, he does. He is in this race, and currently he's sitting second in practice with a 13:24. But looks like Clay Christopherson with the 982 is sitting with a 13:13. To take that top spot from Dawman. Dawman had a heck of a race last race. He had some unfortunate events. I just hope that, he can maintain his composure, just put some fast laps down, and, not overdrive the car and come into the same issues that he had with the 360 sprints.
Yep. Now, my memory has got the best of me here. Who won last week at Charlotte?
Let me just pull that up here, and I'll take a look.
Because if the guy that won last week at Charlotte is back on track tonight, he is going to be the one to beat tonight. He was fast at Charlotte, had very good runs through the corners, led the entire race, and even got a crossover on Dawman at the end of that race, and ended up winning the race by about a half car length. So.
Yeah, he did, absolutely, and it was an amazing race last week, and I'm still trying to pull it up here. It's just giving me a little bit of issues here, but we'll get this. So it was Dean Reynolds.
Reynolds.
In the 79 car that got the top spot.
And he is on track.
Actually, yeah, and currently he holds the fastest time right now with a 13:10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost put him on par with the sprint cars, almost.
Almost. I mean, they were running 11 ones, And I mean, to be only 2 seconds, slower in a much bigger car, is quite impressive.
Yeah.
And actually, sorry, he just ran a 13:06. So,
Wow.
yeah, he's really moving. Um, so, we'll see this week if he can hold on to it, and maybe he'll come out winner 2 weeks in a row here.
Yeah. And as far as things to look at on track here, you can see they're running about the same line as the 360 sprints, as I thought they would. But this track has a tendency to create bumps going into the corners. It's not that hard, as I call it, Alabama clay, red clay. It's that nice, just regular, nice Limaland dirt, I guess I would call it. It's more gritty, and when you start wearing it in, it'll start creating bumps. So when these bumps start happening, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys can fare with those bumps when they get created in those turns, especially with the bigger cars and the longer wheel span. They're definitely going to have some different driving lines here tonight. Maybe they'll be up there in the corners by the end of this race.
Oh, absolutely. And you'll see them start to move their line as the race goes on just to counteract those bumps. So, it's not as rough when they go into the corners so that they don't have to fight the car as much, And you can see them trying to pack it in here, and they're trying to get that top line kind of packed down so they're not dealing with so much loose dirt, because that loose dirt, you get it on your tires, and it'll slow you down because you don't have as much traction up there. So
yeah, and with that, every lap, if they're running the same line every lap, they're going to inch closer and closer to that wall, like we seen last week at Charlotte. Now Charlotte's a bigger track, but at the end of that race, they had no other line but that top line.
Exactly, and they just kept getting closer and closer to that wall, and we saw last week at Charlotte that quite a few people would tag it, and we just had somebody ride the wall there, so I'm not sure who that was. But
yeah, I'm not sure. But
yeah, so far in this race, we got we got Dean Reynolds in the 79, Brian Mansfield in the 11, Clay Christopherson in the 982, Nicholas Erland in the 40, Ty Dawman in the 34, Logan Wentz in the 987, Kyle Lesher in the 41, Joel Naff in the 1, Jay Weaver in the 352, and DJ Kinner in the 32.
Yep, and there's been a few cars that's not made it to track yet. Some of them cars include Mansfield, Ty Dawman, Logan Wentz, Kyle Lesher, Joel Naff. Actually, Joel Naff has been on track. So it's just been Lesher, Wentz, Dawman, and Mansfield. The only ones that's not been on track yet. So they're probably back there getting their cambers set right and getting everything with the suspension set right so we can get over here and run some fast laps here at Limaland.
Yeah, absolutely. And, these laps just keep getting faster and faster. I mean, Dean Reynolds is now at a 13.3. Mansfield looks like he's at a 13.7. Is that right? That can't be right. He hasn't been on the track yet.
Maybe. It may be right. We'll see.
And then, Clay Christopherson with the 13.09. So. But just seeing them go around the track, it seems Dean is, fairly consistent. His last lap being a 13.6.
With his best being a 13.3, so .03. So I'm with you. That he's going to be. He's not my favorite, but he's up there in the top 3 for me.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be quite the contender. I mean, he's coming off the win last week, and he might just be like, you know what, Ty, this is my time for a streak. So, he may just be pushing and pushing, and hopefully he can just, maintain his composure and not get the best of him and, win this race tonight.
Yeah, that's what he did last week when he was racing at Charlotte. He was very calm. They let him wreck behind him. He didn't care. He was just driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was putting his 40 laps in and going to the hauler.
Yeah, he was just out for a Monday drive, and You know, he probably has some. We'll see if we can talk to him after the race and see if he's got some music sitting in his headphones there. To, you know, just some leisurely cruising music. So we'll see.
Yep.
You know, right now we're following the one car, Joel Naff. And looks like he's pretty consistent. His fastest lap is a 13:25. Last being 13:53. So
He's off
putting
about
up
he's off about half a second there. It looks like, or about
Yeah.
a quarter of a second. About a quarter of a second.
Yeah, about a quarter of a second. But you know, all you need is consistency. That's all you need. And you know, you're consistent, and you just wait for the guys in front of you to make a mistake, and you'll capitalize on it. So.
All right. Well, we still got a few minutes left, about 15 minutes left to practice. So let's see if we can't talk to some of these drivers and see if we can see how they're doing, see what how they're preparing, see what line is running from them best, and just see what they have to say about this evening race here with the 358s. First, we'll pull Todd Dawman in to talk with him. Hey, Todd, this is Andrew at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, buddy. So we're up here in the booth. We're watching you put down some good times.
Bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, you're currently sitting fifth at the fastest time. Are you going to be up there with Dean this time around like you were at Charlotte last week?
So it depends where we get the basically the pedal draws, and kind of got stuck behind after my heat race mishap that I kind of slid for second and got into the leader and took the whole field out.
Yeah. So let's talk about the previous race for the 360s, man. What you just had a terrible night.
Oh man, it all started with the contact with just me and the leader that were I can't remember his name. We were up there racing, and I think I came up as he was coming down, and that broke basically something in the front end, and it just wouldn't turn right. Well, then I was trying to get to the pits, but for some reason it gave us open pit, and then it closed pits right away. So then I couldn't pull down the pits without getting a penalty. So I stayed out, and the car was never right after that. And then I ended up catching the wall again and flipping, and yeah, it just had a rough night.
Yeah, but there's always next week. You got to get that car back straight again, though. That frame looked a little bent when you were taking it off the field. So.
Well, yes.
Rob, you got anything for him?
No, so you know, last week at Charlotte, you came second. So you know, are you itching to get back in the lead and take the streak away from Reynolds as it comes this week?
Yeah, he's got 2 in a row right now. I think he's got a 2 in a row streak. I'd just like to get a good solid finish again. I mean, if I have to take second, I'll take second. But you know me, I'll try to fly job on the last lap if I have to. But
Yep.
We'll see. I got to keep it out of the wall. That's pretty much the big thing at Limaland, is trying to keep the car out of turn 4. You kind of slide right towards the wall.
What's your favorite line here so far, running these cars
Well,
and running the sprints?
I'm high side guy. I like to ride it right against the wall. So, I mean, I definitely put myself at a really risky spot, and there's a lot of drivers that don't put it as risky as I do, and I end up paying the price a lot of times. But
when it works, right?
Oh yeah, when it works, you're gone. But when it doesn't, you're in the wall flipping.
Yep. Well, good talking to you. We'll see you on track.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right. Next, we're going to try to talk to Mr. Ireland. He is actually the guy we're following right now. Let's see if we can hear from him in the car. Hey, Ireland, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, this is Andrew in the booth with Rob. I see you're out there putting down some quick laps right now. You're sitting fourth in practice over really the rest of the field. Dean, Mansfield, and Christopherson is ahead of you. How do you feel? How's the car feel?
That feels alright. See if I can get lucky. Dean looks pretty quick.
Yeah, Dean's sitting with a 13.03 right now, but you're not far behind with a 13.15. So
I think he's unstoppable. He's got like beginner's luck or something.
beginner's luck. You're saying he's never done this before?
What's he been doing? This 2 weeks with us? I think he's won them both.
Oh.
Oh well, maybe it is. but you know, how'd you feel in the sprints previously here?
Like a train wreck.
It seemed like it. Cars were everywhere and upside down and left, right, and center. But
Everything happens quick.
yeah, they do.
Well, you're looking at winning the night, or you're just going to coast it onto the finish line?
Oh, we'll bump him if we have to.
Good deal. Well, it's good talking to you. Good luck on track, and we'll see you when you get here, or when you see you, hopefully, in Victory Lane tonight.
Thanks.
Hey, Chan, this is Andrew in the booth. You got me? Chan, you got me in the booth? He is not
He might
there.
have his helmet off.
Yep, I was going to talk to him about last race. Oh, well. Looks like we're getting ready to go our no, I'm sorry. I'm lying again. I'm just a liar tonight. We got 10 minutes left of practice before we go into the heats. And so with that, let's talk about our sponsors a little bit, Rob.
All right, so our primary sponsor is you know, JP Alfonzo Studios. You know, great tattoo artist in the Atlanta area. Does amazing work. Actually, I might see if I can get a tattoo by him. You know, come June when I head out that way. You know, check him out. Links down in our bio. So
Yep.
check him out. Show him some love. If you're in the Atlanta area and you want to get a tattoo, hit him up. And our second sponsor is our league sponsor is Admin Box. Admin Box is a you know, it's a plug and play push button for admins in iRacing. So you know, you don't have to type in a command. You just hit a button, throw a red flag, throw a yellow flag, whatever you need to do is all right there on the box.
Yes, and our league that has offered us or has allowed us to broadcast them is Happy Hour Racing League. They're a fantastic league. They're open to all ages of iRacing's terms of service, obviously. And they're very friendly, and they have a bunch of different series. They have Monday nights. We do Monday Night Dirt. Tuesday night, we do a GT3 race and a Legends race. Wednesday night, we do NASCAR Next Gen, which we will be at Phoenix this week. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, you got your plane ticket right this time?
Yes, I do. And Thursday night, I will be racing in the ARCA series with them. So Friday, Saturday is kind of the off days. Anybody can really throw a race if they want to race, but there's nothing actually scheduled. And then Sunday, we end the 7-day week. If you start your week on Sunday, then we start the week with a truck race on Sunday night. So, which is one that actually Rob races in.
Yeah, I race in that, and you know, it was fun last night. I was fighting the truck the entire way, and you know, I didn't quite finish where I wanted to be, but I finished the race, and that's all that kind of matters. So
Yep.
I got the points in, and yeah, it was fun. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, with that, guys, we have just a few minutes left in practice. We're going to show the advertisement for Admin Box. We'll be right back after this break. All right, guys, very quick, short commercial. We like it short. We can get you back to the action. We have less than 10 minutes left before we go into our Pill Draw Heat 1. And with that, let's start our picks, Rob. Who do you have for the Heat 1?
All right, let's take a look here. So, you know, I picked right the last time. Okay, I was going with Logan, and I changed it, and he ended up winning. So, you know, my pick last time was Mansfield, but you know, I just want to see the streak alive, so I'm going to have to go with Dean Reynolds here, and I think he's going to take it.
Well, I don't know if you've checked your timing screen in the last 2 minutes, but we have a new leader in practice.
Oh, we do.
Clay Christopherson has set the fastest lap of 13 seconds flat, 13 flat at this track, with Dean following with 3/100ths of a second back at 13.03. So I'm not going to be the one that picks the number one guy, but I just wanted to point that out there, Rob. Your guy has been beaten practice right now.
Yeah, but I mean, practice times didn't mean anything last race, so I mean, it's just a statistic at this point. So
That's it. But I'm going to go with the underdog here. I am going to go with DJ Kenner. He's currently set in 10th right now, but he's fast. I know he's going to be fast. He's not laying it all out there for everybody to see yet. So that's who I'm going for.
all right, same pick as last race. So.
Yep. I'm gonna see what he does.
Yeah, well, he's putting out some fast laps, and maybe he just had a little bit of jitters from the sprints, and he may feel more comfortable in these modifieds here, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep. So we are 5 minutes away from hitting our first heat of the race, and I can't wait, guys. It's going to be a fantastic race. With that, we're going to be quiet for 5 minutes, get our throats ready so we can announce this amazing first heat here in less than 5 minutes. We'll see you here in 5 minutes. Alrighty, Rob. Well, we're getting ready to start these heat races.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's let them lay down some rubber and we'll get to it.
Yep. All right. Let's go over the starting lineup for this first heat race. Starting first is going to be Nicholas Ireland with the number 40 car. Starting in second is Joel Naff. And starting in third is Brian Mansfield of the number 11 car.
In fourth, we got the 987 of Logan Wentz. And fifth, we got the 34 Todd Dawman.
This is the second time tonight that he's actually got the bad pill draw of the night. So,
yeah, starting in the back, and you know, in the other heat, you know, he had a little bit of a mishap, and let's hope this time he's able to hold on to her and get to the front here.
Yep. So here at Limaland, when we go under caution or we start the race, we have 2 laps to green. So this is the first one, and we'll be going into the second one right now. And I'm excited. This is going to be a fantastic race for these guys.
Oh, absolutely. These cars are fast, and you know, it takes a lot of skill to drive these. They are a bigger car, so they take up more room on the track. So you're not going to have as much room to pass, but you know, these drivers are really talented. So we'll see what they can do as the pace truck comes off here, and we're about to go green.
Yep. We are green here at Limaland. As they enter turn 1, the number 40 car of Ireland is in first. And we have 4 wide coming off of turn 2. And Ireland, and we got contact with 34, but they keep it straight. Number 40, number 1, and number 34 are the top 3 right now.
I believe that second 34 car is actually the 11 of Brian Mansfield.
Okay. Okay, I could write that down. Looks like Todd Dawman. He just can't get it straight back there.
Yeah, you know, it looks like he's trying to find his line and he just can't find it. But you know, these heats, although they are important, really what it all comes down to is the A main. So
that's it. As they enter turn 1, coming into 4 laps to go, Nicholas Ireland is still in the lead here.
yeah, absolutely. And you know, his lap times are about on pace what he had in practice. You know, 13.26, and you know, it seems they're being a little conservative here.
They are.
Lap times are slower.
Oh, Ty Dawman is around, and yellow flag is out.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the sprints. You know, he's trying to find his line, and he just, you know, it just seems that, you know, tonight might not be his night for racing.
Yep, let's take a look at that, guys. We will be looking at the number 34 car bear in the back. So that's the guy to watch out for here. Let's get a good camera here. He is going to be the guy on the back end there as he comes around to the front. I think he may have just tagged the wall and just get spun around here. Yep, he just grabs it and spins it on around. So,
yeah, and like he said in the practice interview, he likes to run that top line. So, I mean, and you know, he said it himself. It's either, you know, top line or I'm in the wall. So,
yep. I'm trying to get it to go to the. Did we freeze up again? There we go. The camera crew is just not working with us tonight.
no. So it looks like Joel Naff has taken the first place there, and Brian Mansfield moved up to second. Oh,
And-
Ty Dawman is upside down, and it's gonna. I believe it was gonna end there. Oh, that was the last lap. So it looked like.
That was the last lap, and this is the starting grid for heat race number 2.
So we got in first place. We got the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Second, we got the 982 of Clay Christensen. Third, we got the 41 car, Kyle Lesher.
All right, and in fourth, we have DJ Kenner, the number 32 car, and Jay Weaver in the 352 car.
This will be interesting. It looks like the lights on the pace truck are off, so
We should have one more to go here. But the next time that pace car hits that fourth turn, he's going to be dipping into the pits. And Rob, you know what that is, right?
That means go, go, go.
That's right. So the initial greens and the heat races in the main are on the green flag. Everything after that is on. Actually, I believe it's still on the green of the flag band. So
Yeah.
pace car is off, and we are going green here, guys. I've got Dean Reynolds in the heat there. He's starting in first, and we are green going into the first turn. And the 982 of Clay Christensen is right on his outside. Oh, with some contact there.
A little bit of contact there, and you know, Clay got a little bit of a jump on Reynolds on that restart, but it looks like Reynolds was able to hold him off here for the time being. So.
Yep, and they're one by one, but that's going to change soon. There is some movement on the back end there. 32 of DJ Kenner is looking good.
Yeah, he's not looking too bad. I mean, these cars here, they're putting out faster laps than the last group here. We got Dean Reynolds holding a 13:09.
Wow.
And I mean, he's been fast all night, and you know, we can clearly see it here. This seems to be the fast group, so you can probably see all these guys sitting near the front of the pack when we get to the A main.
And I don't know, but I don't know if you looked over at Discord or not, but it looks like Clay Christensen and Dean Reynolds are sitting in a team chat, and that tells me that they may be on the same team here tonight.
They might be, so that may play into something here as we get racing. You know, we may see a little bit of blocking, but who knows? We may we may see some defensive strategies from these two.
Yep, and we are white flag this time by, and it looks like it's going to be Reynolds, Christopher, Lesher, Kenner, and Weaver for the top five here.
Yeah, and all these laps are, you know, within a 100th or a tenth of a second of each other. So.
Yep, and finishing it out, Reynolds is going to take heat number 2, starting him on the front row of this main. And there's the heat 2 results, guys. These are unofficial. They're always unofficial until them pace car or to the admins and the officials go back and take a look and see if there's anything that needs to be added for times. But as of right now, that is your unofficial results for heat number 2. And heat number 1, if we can get it to show, is right there. So Joel Naff and Dean Reynolds should be starting on your front row tonight.
And so as we get this warm-up underway here, you know, getting the cars warmed up, getting the track warmed up, and packed down, you know, are you still sticking with your boy Kenner?
Yeah, why not? I think he'll come back.
Alrighty.
I think I'm going to stick with him. Even though I do want to see how Clay Christensen and Dean Reynolds play their part. Are them two going to just act buddy-buddy until the last lap, and then it's, you know, all hands on deck and whoever can get to the front of the pack? Or is there going to be blocking, and they're going to keep this as a team win, running 1 and 2?
I don't know. It's hard to say, and you know, in dirt track, it's a little harder said than done to do that. So it'll be interesting to watch them, and we'll have to keep a close eye on them for sure.
Yep, and looking at the chat here, they got Reynolds. Dean Reynolds is going to be the fan favorite tonight.
Yeah, it does look like that, and you know, I'm with the chat. I'm 100% with the chat. You know, like Dawman said, you know, or Erlen said, maybe it's beginner's luck, but I don't think he's used all of his luck.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, he's putting out consistent laps, consistent fast laps, and you know, we'll see what plays out here.
Yep. And let's see if we can get a grid order. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not yet for the main race. Do we have a grid available, or are they still putting that together?
I think they're still putting it together. They're still working out everything. They're making sure, you know, there's no timing penalties or anything like that. So really, we won't get the lineup until they're ready to grid.
Good deal. Now, we should have enough fuel in these cars to make it to the end. We're doing a full 30-lap race here. Or is it going to be 40 laps this time, Rob?
I believe it's 30 laps.
30 laps?
Let me just check my notes here, and yeah, we're sitting at 30 laps.
Good deal. And while we're doing our warm-ups, guys, we are going to take... I take that back. Looks like the admins have got their order together, and we will be showing the grid this time. Starting in first, we have Joel Naff. Starting in second, Dean Reynolds. Starting in third, Brian Mansfield, the Georgia boy himself. Starting in fourth, Clay Christopherson. They're starting right behind one another, so that's going to be interesting, Rob. And starting in fifth is Nicholas Ireland.
Let's see, so... No, I think it's switched up a little bit here, but sixth we got Kyle Lesher. Seventh we got Logan Wentz. Eighth we got DJ Kinner. Ninth we got Jay Weaver, and 10th we got Todd Dawman. That's the second time that he started in the back tonight, and it might just be a tough break for him this week. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what he can do though. We have one to go. When that pace car hits turn 4. I think he's going to go down and grab him a soda and watch this race.
Well, I think so. It's always, nice to do. So
I just hope he puts a lid on it, because that dirt gets in the cup and it's not too good after that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, this dirt flies everywhere once these cars get moving. So.
Yep, we are rounded number 4 on the turn. Pace car is in. We are green here at Limaland. And they are side by side, 4 wide into that turn. And we have a lot of battles right now going through the field. Look at it, 3 wide coming off of turn 4 there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Clay Christensen, he's taken second, and Mansfield's a little bit back from him. So we'll see if he can catch up to him. So
yep, but
they
Lesher
are working together.
But Lesher, though, Lesher and Naff, I think they're going to try to team up and go and take them on. But you see, Christopherson is not making a move on Reynolds right now.
No, and I think he may just be waiting for Reynolds to make a mistake, even though Reynolds doesn't really make mistakes.
Oh, we had a collision. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we did have a collision on the front stretch. Let's about to take a look at that. Right here on the front stretch, we did have a collision. It looked between Jay Weaver and Logan Wentz. Yep. They do get together and just spins one around, and there is no caution for that, guys. We'll go back live.
They were able to keep them pointed forward, and they were able to get moving again, so we'll stay green.
If I can get the logo off the screen, we'll be good to go. I tell you what, this stuff is not working tonight, guys. There we go.
Yeah, we do apologize for that. And looks like Reynolds is still holding that top position, but Christopherson's right on his tail. And, Christopherson put down the best lap so far, 13:02.
We do have a yellow on track.
Caution.
Looks like Nicholas Ireland is one in that wreck. And let's see if the timing screen will let me go back and take a look at that. And we are going to be looking at number 40 here. Oh, he just grabs that wall and just, as Dawman was saying in practice, once your wheels grab, they're gone. So
Yeah, absolutely. And it looked like Dawman may have pinched him a little bit up into that wall, but it's part of racing sometimes.
yep. And with him being turned over on his roof, the tow truck is going to have to take him onto the pits, so he'll be there for a minute. Let's go through the lineup while we got a chance. It's going to be really quick. I can't.
So we got Dean Reynolds in first, Clay Christensen third. Second. Third is Kyle Lesher. Fourth is Joel Naff.
Green, green, green.
And we are back green.
Yep, and that is your
like
top four.
Christensen got a little bit of a jump on Dean there, and he's going to take the first position here.
I don't know.
Let's see.
They're side by side still.
They're side by side, but he does get the position. Let's see if Dean can get it back from him with Lesher breathing down his neck here.
Yep, and Erland is coming back onto the track, coming out of turn 2. And I wonder if they know that there's going to be a few cautions, so they're just going to let each other lead a little bit and get them points.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, we only had 4 in the sprints, but these drivers seem like they're kind of taking it easy.
Yep, Dawman looks like he was almost sideways there coming off that turn, but he is back, gotten it straight. But he tried to get up high there, and Mansfield just ain't letting it happen.
No, well, Mansfield knows that, Dawman likes to run that high line, and there's a little bit of contact there between Mansfield and Dawman.
Yep.
And we're back under yellow here.
Yep, we're gonna go fight with the technology again on this replay. So let's see how we do here with this. All right. We're taking a look here at the back of the pack here with Mansfield and Dawman in that contact that you were talking about, Rob. And it looks like it collects the number 35 or the 352 of Jay Weaver, and it just all three of them get together. Dawman actually gets through it, but I believe he was the one that started it. So
yeah, there was a little bit of contact there, and Mansfield got turned. Dawman was able to get through it, but it looks like Weaver just rear-ended Dawman and shot him through. So
yep, we should be one to go this time by, guys. So with 16 laps to go in this race, is your pick still on the Reynolds?
I'm still holding on to Reynolds. I mean, he's throwing down fast times, and it just looked like the last restart he didn't get the restart he was looking for. So
yeah. And we'll watch them exit turn 4 here, as they're still side by side in the lap coming back from that caution. So I think Dean and Christopher, they've got their own little battle going, but they're being very cordial about it. They're not getting into one another.
Yeah, they are. They're giving each other the room. They know how these cars handle, so I mean, they don't want to be side by side because they don't want to ruin the rest of their night. They want to finish
There
this
was
race.
contact though.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact there.
Oh, and there's contact with the number 1 of Naft by Reynolds. Reynolds just kind of went down into him.
Yeah, it looked like Reynolds just, gave a little bit of tap to Christensen to just be like, hey, I'm still here. I'm right on you. So you mess up, and I'm going to take that from you.
Yep, and the contact that Reynolds did give Naft, that pushed Naft back to 4th position now. So he's following Lesher, who is following Reynolds, and Reynolds is following Christopherson, who is leading this race with coming down to 10 to go this time by. And I don't know, maybe Reynolds can get up there and get that position back, but Christopherson is kind of just running away with it, in my opinion.
It may be like last week where, Dawman did something similar to that. He just kind of sat there. Reynolds was leading the race, and he just kind of sat there. So we're back under caution here. It looked like somebody got turned around.
Yep, and it looks to be my boy DJ Kenner.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
We'll go back and take a look at it. We'll find some more technology. DJ Kenner is the number 32 orange car, right there. And it looks like he just grabs the back end of the other 32 car, which is it should have been Ireland, I believe.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He just slid a little bit too far up the track, and unfortunately collected somebody else. But
Yep. But that was the third caution of the night.
it looks like Erlen got the lucky dog pass there.
Yep, we are under 10 to go, so we should be doing a single file restart, which is going to shape things up a little bit because that could give Reynolds any line to run here.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's really good on the restarts here, and
Oh, he's going to give him a tap on that back end there.
yeah, and you just be like, hey, I'm here. I'm here.
Green flag.
Keep watching your mirror, because I'm here.
And they are going, and this is going to be a heck of a ride for these final 8 laps here at Limaland. And somebody around in the back, and we are under yellow flag again. Brian Mansfield is around coming out of turn 2. Everybody slow down, guys. Slow down. Woo.
Caution, 35 mile an hour. Let's go.
I thought Mansfield was going to get run over there.
Oh, so did I.
Mansfield is in the 1 in 34 car, and I'll explain what that means here in just a second, guys. That has to do with the autism awareness. But it looks like he gets into the back of the 352 car and just gets spun around. And I believe he's rocking the same car as he was last week, the autism awareness car. And 1 in 34, if I'm not mistaken, means there's 1 in 34 people that is on the spectrum. And he is repping that car. Has been repping that car all month long, and they do certainly appreciate his support tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like he might have a lot of damage on that car. I mean, I don't know about you, but it looks like that front right tire is just a little cambered in. So.
Yeah. We will be green flag this time by out of the turn 4. Pace car is in, and this is going to be a heck of a last 8 laps. Let's hope we can hold on to something here and get to the end. Clay Christopherson leads the group. Oh, and there's a little contact there with Reynolds pushing number 13 of who was running the 13 car? I'm not really sure. Joel Naff, I believe.
Yeah, Joel Naff. We may have said the 1, but I believe it's the 13 that he's running tonight. So.
Yep, and Christopherson is still leading over Reynolds.
Yeah, it looks like Reynolds is closing the gap a little bit here. But, he may just be waiting. And, we might see a last lap, move by Reynolds.
Yep, watch out, though, because Reynolds is good at defending those crossover moves that we've seen last week.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Dawman tried to give him a slide job last week, and he's just like, nope, it's not going to happen. I'm taking the pole, so.
Yep, and Reynolds is starting to get that high line, and Dawman said that's a fast line if you can make it work. So we've got 3 to go. Going to be 2 to go this time by. Let's see if he can make it happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, we got contact coming out of turn 2 there. And yellow flag is out with Joel Naff in the number 13 car. Hey, somebody was on their 2 wheels there for a second. We're going to take a look here at the number 13 car here. $13.34.1. Oh wow!
Wow.
Good recovery there by 34.
Yeah, that was a great recovery by Dawman, but the one just got turned, and there was no way to really stop that.
No. Well, Rob, this is they're back to 3 to go because they didn't get through the first lap without a caution, so we are back to 3 to go here at Limaland.
Yeah, so Reynolds is gonna be pushing here, and he's like, all right, I got my reset. let's get a good restart on this and see if we can jump down. But you know, Dawman's sitting in third, so Dawman's trying to push for this win too. So you know, it'll be a heck of a battle when it comes down to 2 to go.
Yeah, and Dawman come out of nowhere. Oh, Dawman gets the jump on the outside, and he takes that high line like he's been practicing all week long.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, like he said, he's like, you know, I love running that high line.
Oh, he's going to have the move, but Reynolds.
Oh, he got a little bit of a slide job there, but he wasn't able to hold the position. But
White flag is in the air, guys. Next flag is going to end it. And it looks like Dawman grabs the tires and is going to finish third. And he is following Reynolds and Christopherson. Great job by Christopherson there.
Yeah, that was a great race all around, and you know, Christopherson got, you know, the lead and held on to it. I mean, you know, all he did was wait for a little mistake. He got the position on Reynolds, and you know, he just drove away with the race.
Yeah, definitely. Let's pull in the top two and our top three if Dawman's round, and we'll talk with all three of them.
Absolutely.
Hey, Christopher, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how was that win, buddy? Here at Limaland.
It was rough. The track was very rough. It was like trampolines.
Yep. Now I'm just speculating here, but are you and Mr. Reynolds, are y'all playing teammates this weekend?
I don't know. I go racing with him quite a bit, so we kind of bounce around racing here and there. And he told me about this league tonight, and I wanted to run through 58, so I sent an invite over, and you guys accepted it and ran. And it's kind of nice because it was a track we just ran with sprint cars.
Yeah, and the sprint car race, were you able to get into the sprint car race at all? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not very good in sprint cars.
Yeah.
I haven't ran them since I came out in about 2017. So.
Yep. I mean, overall though, you did well tonight. You were second there for the beginning of the race, and it looked like after that first caution, you took the jump on Reynolds. What changed? Did y'all just decide that, hey, I'm going to lead this now and get a win this week?
Yeah, he wanted the bottom because he was going to slide up a little bit. I knew he was going to slide up a little bit to get the lane that we were kind of fighting over. And I was running the high side hoping there would be a little something so I can compete. But luckily he ran right next to the tires on that restart, so I was actually able to take that line and then run it the rest of the way through. And then that line completely, it didn't fully disappear, but it was so rough you could not run there.
Yeah.
And it was, I think 5 more laps and that high side or high middle would have been coming in, and then it would have been getting really competitive. But I just hugged the tires and played defense mode, and it was working.
Yeah, good deal. Good job tonight, and good job by your. I guess it's gonna be your teammate. So we're gonna pull him in next, guys. Rob, you got anything else to say to Mr. Christopherson?
All I gotta say is, you know, it was a great race, and you know, they said beginner's luck, and well, here you go. This is the definition of it. So.
Yep. All right. Well, that was Clay Christopherson, guys, and we are going to be bringing in the second place of Dean Reynolds. So let's talk to him.
Setting the track. Whoop. What's up, guys?
Hey, Dean, how you doing?
Doing good. I was hoping for 3 in a row, and I brought Clay into the league tonight, and you know, he's a good, clean racer and got some speed, and hopefully we put on a good telecast for you guys.
Yeah, it was fun all the way through. Why'd you give it up? Why'd you give up the position there at the beginning of the race?
I thought the track was better on the inside, and I didn't get a good start on that restart. I kind of hesitated. I was like hoping to time the green light just right, and he timed it a little bit better. And when I saw, actually I can't see him because I'm on single screen, but when I heard him on the outside, I knew he was going to get me going down the back straightaway. And then I just tried to hang on, and the outside was better. And then when he chose the inside, we were actually in the same Discord. I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he goes, "No, I feel comfortable down there." And I said, "Okay." And I thought I could get him on the outside, but then I messed up one corner, and then my left front got into his right rear, and that was it.
Yep. Well, Rob,
Yeah.
that was your guy, man. Reynolds was your guy.
I mean, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for win number 3, and it's unfortunate, but you had a lot of great racers out there, and you could put on quite the show. So.
I don't usually look in the rearview mirror, but when I did happen to look up a little bit, it looked like great racing. It looked like I hope the fans liked it. I think it was good racing all the way through.
Well, when you get your car back to the shop tonight, you can go check us out at twitch.tv United Racing Network and check out the race tonight. Just ignore any of the technical difficulties you may see because I was battling the beast tonight. So.
No, I did that last week when I got done and looked at the telecast. Like, oh wow, this is pretty good. You do a great job, guys. I appreciate what you're doing, and it is fun to have friends look in, and hopefully we get some viewers for you.
Yep, definitely.
I appreciate it.
No, thanks again, guys, for everything.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was Dean Reynolds. He finished second tonight overall, and he finished right behind Christensen with less than a quarter of a second back. Very close race, but let's talk about second and third because Reynolds and Dawman, they had a hell of a battle coming down them last 2 turns. So let's bring Dawman in and talk to him and see what he was thinking because he started last. Keep that in mind, guys. He started last. Ty, you got me?
Yes, sir.
So from last to third, almost second.
I was trying.
You were working on your slide jobs, but them tires down there on the edge of the apexes at the bottom, they kind of got into you. What happened there at the end of the race?
Oh man, it was definitely bumper cars. It felt like at the end. I wasn't trying to bumper cars with people, but just the track and the weather, and it seemed to just really get really rough down there. So, and I feel like a lot of contact was made. I think right at the end, I think me, Kyle, and another guy on the outside. I feel bad for that guy because he went flipping from that contact, and that's how it set me up for like 4th or 5th. And then I think me and Brian were going at it for a couple times, and I ended up getting into him a few times, which I definitely want to apologize for that. But it turned into bumper cars, it felt like. And then I tried the last lap slider, but I was definitely not going to clear him, so I kept it down there against the tires.
Yep. Well, looking back at the replays here, you and Joel Naff were having a good battle all the way through the race. Wherever Joel was, you were there. And y'all two battled up until that last wreck that actually somebody ended up on 2 wheels. They recovered it, but up until that point, and I know you mentioned it, that y'all had battled all night long. What do you think about Joel Naff? He raced really good. He raced you really well tonight.
I mean, like I said, I try to race everyone clean. It sometimes with those cars and the way that track turned out to be, in a way different angles, and you're trying to keep it off the guy, and then you end up hitting that. There was definitely a whole lot of 2 that kept flinging a lot of us up. I think that's where most of our cautions and contact came from throughout the field. Yep. But yeah, he definitely raced me clean. I definitely try to pay attention and race people cleanly. I don't want to, I definitely will push it at the end, but I try not to take out people and get in wrecks. I'm definitely not that type of driver.
Yeah, well, overall though, you and Dean Reynolds were probably the show to watch there in the last 3 laps of the race.
Oh yeah, I gave him a little bump as I got up there on that last caution. I was like, all right, Dean.
Well, and starting single file, did you kind of just anticipate where he was going to go?
Kind of what we were talking about in the waiting room. He was like, hey, you timed that to start perfectly. It's like, yeah, I kind of was like, okay, he's going to follow him. And I was like, I got to try something. And there was just, with the way the track was, it's faster right there down on the low side for some reason, right in about low middle. It was just, you hit that and you're faster. You couldn't, it's just too loose up top to get anything to go around, especially with these cars. They're a little bit more, you got to keep the cars pretty straight and momentum.
Yeah,
so,
and you were trying that high line all night long, and I believe if you had about 5 more laps, I believe you could have made it work, in my opinion. Rob, you got anything else for Mr. Dawman here tonight?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I don't really have anything. I mean, you raced great tonight. You were, in the sprints and in the modifieds, and it's just a joy to see you race every week. And I can't wait to watch your race next week.
Right on. I try to put on a show. That's what we're here for.
Yep. Well, Ty, I usually ask the last person every time at the end of the interviews. this track was a beast tonight. You had some bumps develop that usually don't develop in these turns. What is something that you learned about this track that you didn't know coming in?
Well, I've actually, my dad used to race at Limaland. Actually, he's supposed to race there this Friday. He races 360s, so we've been down there. It does actually get pretty rough once in a while down there, so it wasn't too new, but it definitely got really rough, and you definitely can tell it really did. I mean, it roughed up.
Yep.
Probably got a lot of moisture down there. That's what happened.
Yeah, the temperature was the temperature and the humidity was pretty rough tonight.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got to say anything to your fans, Solomon?
Well, I'd just like to thank the guys that host this league, you guys that host the broadcast for us, and everyone. I hope I put on a show for people that watch this for you.
Yep. Well, good deal.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Well, guys, that was Todd Dawman. I'm going to ask my favorite person broadcast from me tonight. What was your final thoughts on the race tonight, Rob?
Final thoughts, it was a great race. I mean, all the guys went out and put on a great show for all the fans, and week after week they just bring on an amazing show, and I just can't wait for next week. That's about all I got.
Yep. And for me, I was really, really hoping for DJ Kenner to move up. He ended up getting into some mishaps at the end of the race and ended up going 9 laps down. So if I was betting on Vegas, I'd have lost a little bit of money. But that's not to say he can't come back and double or nothing it next week and make me a millionaire. So overall, the race in the night and both of the series that we watched, the 360 and the 358 modifieds, they were fantastic races, and I would pay good money to see both of them again. So luckily I don't got to pay money. I get in free because I'm a broadcaster. But it was good racing all around. So Ty Dawman, I think he's going to be back in the winner's circle very soon. So that's my final thoughts on the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd just like to thank all the fans out there. Everybody on Twitch and everybody at the Racing League for supporting us, and it'll be great to see everybody back next week, or even tomorrow actually, when we go to Road Atlanta in the GT3 series.
Yep.
And I'd like to thank our sponsors as well, JP Alfonzo Studios and Admin Box for bringing us on and making sure that we provide the best broadcast that we can possibly produce here. So
Yep. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are today and able to stream the highest quality stuff we can produce. Even though, again, guys, I've been talking about it all night long. I apologize for the technical difficulties I've been having tonight. They're going to be better tomorrow. We're not going to have any issues tomorrow. Knock on wood, if I can find some wood to knock on somewhere.
I'm knocking on it for you.
We're not going to have any issues tomorrow night. Everything will be cleaned out and all the wrinkles will be clear. But with that, guys, I appreciate it. We're going to end off with this. Anybody that's watching this on the road, please be safe tonight. Anybody that's listening to us in the stands, make sure you be safe on the way home. And anybody that's listening to us from the comforts of your home, be safe tonight. Come back tomorrow for the GT3 race. We'll be in Phoenix on Wednesday, and please come back and watch the spectacle of racing. So with that is the United Racing Network signing off. Y'all have a good evening, guys. This broadcast is the property of the United Gaming Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Gaming Network staff. United Gaming Network does not claim any responsibility for any mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Gaming Network reserves the right to delete, mute, and/or move streaming locations without notice. All opinions during the broadcast are those of the announcers and did not have any outside influence. Thank you.